4 poems of 5 prophets in light of the Fusus al-Hikam. Salih. The prophet Salih brought a she-camel from God. The tribe of Thamud hamstrung it. But didn't both tribe and camel drink from the same well? The tribe of Thamud feasted for 3 days until God's shout destroyed them in their tents. But wasn't Salih the one who led that camel to slaughter in the first place? And were the tribe of Thamud liable to God's judgment before the prophet Salih broke in upon their sleep? If the elements had not risen up against God, he could never have created them. By his world-creating shout, he destroyed them in the rebellious non-entity and sent them out, his willing slaves, into the mountains and deserts of this world. Whatever departs from God, said the prophet Salih, is most surely on its way to him. Noah and Adam. The prophet Noah overthrew the idols, grotesque statues with the heads of animals. The sea of space and time closed over them. Noah rode the flood on the ark of the human form, surrounded by all the animals, 2 by 2, in beauty and majesty. And the ribs of the prophet Adam were the timbers of that ship. Before sun and moon and stars were made, Adam, by God's command, recited the names of the beasts and their angels. As the generations rose, hunting beasts for meat and naming them for power, God sent the prophet Noah to remind us that no beast possesses its own name or knows how to speak it. When the forms of other than God are drowned in the flood, then the names of God are gathered, and man, hidden form of the formless, secret word of the silence, is their book and their ark. Moses complains of Torah. Her generosity to many was her wrath, her cruelty to me, her mercy. Though she played the Pharaoh in the tyranny of her beauty, she required me to be Moses and walk the narrow path. If Moses had come down from Sinai without Torah, he would have burned to ashes the children of Israel. Abraham. If you were not my secret, how could I have ever found you among the tents? If I were not your own secret, jealously guarded, how could I ever have submitted to being called your friend? When I knew myself alone, exiled from the world, I discovered your secret name inscribed on the guarded tablet. When I emerged from that solitude to lose myself in tribes and armies, you felt my loss. You searched for me everywhere, found me in my exile, and named me your friend. At your command, I raised my right hand to slay my only son. I looked again, and he was thou. I dropped the knife. When we sat together on a cushion of grass inside the walled garden of the mysteries, eating from our own vine and fig tree and talking to our heart's content, the desert, shimmering white and yellow on the horizon beyond us, stood in need of a clear Arabic tongue. In love, you led me into the barren places of the earth. In anger, you drove me with slaps and bitter words toward the chamber of night, where you were waiting for me already, watching over my sleep, the rising and falling of my breast, till the mazes of the stars and the night of time passed over.